Hey, it's Nikki Thompson, and you are listening to Tea with Nikki, embracing your sexual energy. And today's episode, I'm going to be talking all about energy management. So before we get into today's episode, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for listening and tuning into these episodes. And if you haven't already done so, I would love for you to subscribe to the podcast, either on iTunes or Spotify, wherever you're listening to it. And I would be super, super grateful if you could share this on your social media. So if you feel like other friends or family could really benefit from some of these episodes, I would love for you to share them on social media. And you can do that through either sharing my posts on Instagram or Facebook. And my thing is with Nikki Thompson. Or you can head to my website, nikkithompson.com, and share it from there. So I would be truly grateful, because that's how I can get this message out to more and more people who really could benefit from this message. So I'm doing this episode because it really resonates with my life at this particular moment. So last week I took my children camping, which was phenomenal. It was so much fun, but I also knew that taking 3 children camping was going to be quite draining, because there's never really much time that you can switch off or have some alone time when you're camping, because you're all in a single tent. So in doing that, I needed to be mindful of my own energy. And I've always been mindful of that, being quite the introvert. I do get quite exhausted when I'm around a lot of people, or if I'm around people for a long time. So, a whole weekend away or a holiday or things like that. And if I can't have my regular downtime, I do start to get quite exhausted. I do find myself drained. As much as I do feel that, I absolutely love being with other people. I've just learned to manage the ups and downs and how to refuel or energize myself so that I can give my all when I am around a lot of people. So this past week, going camping with the kids, I knew not to book a trip right up until Sunday afternoon, because we've all got to get ready for school and do work and things like that Monday morning. And so I knew I needed some space in there in order to refuel, re-energize, and fill my own cup back up. And so we went camping till Saturday afternoon. And Saturday night, I spent the night doing some washing and sorting it all out. And so that Sunday, we could have a chill home day. And that helped me replenish my stores, because I have, I would say one of my kids is a deep introvert as well. And I have 2 extroverts. Both of them get hyperactive when they're around. They absolutely love touching, being with other people all the time. And my other son, he does not like it. He needs his downtime just like his mama. And I knew I needed to be able to create that for everybody to have that downtime. So we did that, and we had a chill day yesterday so that we could be at our best today, because I had a lot of client work to do. I had to get the kids to school. And this morning I went and saw my client. It was a face-to-face meeting, and she's like, wow, you seem super relaxed after getting 3 children ready for school on a Monday. I was like, yeah, I have these routines and I manage my energy, and I'm just getting better and better at it. It takes a lot of practice. So that's one instance in terms of coordinating holidays so that I have the space to re-energize myself before getting back into the real world. Other practices that I've implemented, and one of them that I've been doing for over 20 years, is my morning walk. So I go for a morning walk every single day. There might be maybe one day a fortnight that I don't go, and that's if it's really heavy rain or if I'm at home having incredible sex and don't want to go out in the morning, which is a true story. When the kids are with their dad, mummy has some fun. So sometimes that'll happen. But generally, I have my morning walk every day, and that is my time. That is my energy refill time. I'm outside, which I love being out in nature. I love mornings. I'm such a morning person. I always have been. And my morning walks allow me to think about how I want my day to unravel or unfold or develop. I don't know. What's a positive way of spinning that? Like, how do I want my day to flow? That's probably the best way of putting it. So that's what I think about in the morning. That's what I think about on my walk. I often do a video for social media because I love sharing just the thoughts that I have on my morning walk, because it's something that I've found quite valuable for people and for me. You know, a lot of what I put out there is all about my own process, my own journey, my own growth, and being able to share it with people is just an even more positive benefit, really. And my morning walk is also a place where I can just be in my head. I love to daydream. I love to daydream about places I want to go to, things I want to do with the kids, what I want to do with the house, what I want to do for work, some ideas of working with clients if I'm doing a big campaign, what can I do? Running my mastermind, anything that I'm doing, I love to kind of think about that in that space where no one needs me right in that moment, where no one is hassling me in that moment, and I'm fully on my own and can just think. And I feel as though life right now, we don't give ourselves enough time to think. And being an introvert, I need that time. So for me, that is part of my energy management plan. That sounds like really like sterile, but energy management is really important. And I think if it's something that we can start to master that as a skill, it'll really, really benefit so many different areas of your life. And so for me, I've become a lot more strategic in managing my energy because I know how crucial it is. If I want to be able to show up fully in all of the different things that I do, I need to make sure that my energy is on point. And so when I'm doing interviews on my podcast, when I'm doing client calls, when I'm working on projects, when I'm running my mastermind, I want to make sure that I am in my best energy. And in order to do that, I need to schedule my downtime. I need to schedule my self-care. I need to schedule space in my days. And this is something I've talked about before, is where I do schedule space in my days. So on a Sunday, I'm always going through the week ahead. What have I overscheduled myself? What can I take out? What can I reschedule if I need to? Have I got some space in there? Like, for example, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of my day today. So this morning I get up, I go for my morning walk. I then came home, had a shower, and then I got the kids breakfast, made their lunches. I then had my breakfast. I got myself a hot chocolate because I don't drink coffee. And I sat outside on the daybed for about 20 minutes. And I just breathed. Breathed. Yeah, I think that's it. And it was just perfect. I did a little video for my Facebook group, Momentum, which is a free group that we're running our challenges through. We've got 10-day orgasm challenge running at the moment. And if you want to join that, just let me know, send me a message. And, I was just able to breathe and listen to the kookaburras and just have some space and not be rush. So by the time, I dropped the kids off at school and kindy, and by the time I got to my client, I was great. I was ready to roll. I was ready to contribute and be in my creative space. And I left out the fact that we did have sex earlier in the morning, which was quite nice. So this is a typical day for me. And I then got home from my client stuff mid-afternoon. The kids were with their dad today, so this afternoon, so I didn't have to do school run. But instead, I came home, I had some lunch, which was quite a late lunch, and I chilled out on the couch for an hour. I kind of dozed in and out. I didn't actually fall asleep, but I was just kind of chilling because I'd been very, very on all morning. And then I dragged myself up to go to the gym because that was on my schedule for this afternoon. Monday afternoons is gym session. And it's hard sometimes to go, but I'm like, I know I need to go. I know I'm going to love it once I go. So I did. I went to the gym. And then by the time I got home, I was like, yeah, let's do it. And so had a super early dinner and then have been working for the evening, which is what I love to do. So that's kind of an idea of what my day looks like. Obviously, this is an ideal day when my kids were babies. This was not what my days looked like at all. But again, think about where, what phase you're in your life, or what you can do to manage your own energy and schedule that in. And we don't all get the luxury, as a single mom, I've got a partner now, but he doesn't live here. I don't always get to have that time to myself. I have to make time for myself, and that is through having hot chocolate out the back patio. And that's because my kids are a little bit older and they can fend for themselves for 20 minutes. So this is really important for you to think about, okay, how can I manage my energy? What do I need in my week? How can I make that happen? Whether you have a job, whether you have your own business, whether you staying at home with the children, whatever your days look like, how can you make that better for yourself? Because when we manage our own energy, we can be the best version of ourselves. If we are just skidding through life by the seat of our pants and you're just battling through the days because you're so exhausted, you cannot give your best self to anybody, really. And you're doing yourself a disservice by not, acknowledging that and putting yourself first, because our mental health and our physical well-being is the foundation of what we build our life on. And this is where sexual energy comes into that, because when we tap into our sexual energy, it's all about being in the present moment. It's about being in our bodies and out of our heads, because we're always in our to-do list with our heads. And our orgasms can help us to really reconnect with our physical bodies. And that's what's about being in the moment, being in the presence, being our own presence, enjoying our own bodies and having that pleasure and deserving that pleasure. And that's what it's all about. So if you want to learn more about sexual energy and energy management and all of that cool stuff, come and join us in our Facebook group, Momentum. Send me a message with Nikki Thompson, or either on Facebook or Instagram, and I will send you the link to come and join in. Because when you come into that group, at the moment, we're doing a 10-day orgasm challenge. And it's a free challenge that we're doing obviously a daily orgasm, and we're doing daily journaling and looking at how can we harness that energy and embrace and bring that to every part of our lives, every part of our day, rather than just having this explosion of passion or pleasure and then kind of forgetting all about it. So that's what we're doing, about embracing that sexual energy in all areas of our life. So I hope you really enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to share it if you feel like you've got some friends or family that would be really motivated by this episode, and join us next week. We're here every Monday, and on Wednesdays sporadically we have interviews with some amazing women as well. So be sure to tune in, and I hope you have the most amazing week. Thanks. Bye.